Hello, I'm futurist Amelia Kallman. Welcome to issue number 19 of The Big Reveal. Thank you so much for joining me. So on the 16th of May, I will be hosting Innovators. It's the first time it's come to London. In the past, it's been in Istanbul, and then it's going to Barcelona. So I'm really excited to be hosting it. There's still tickets available if you'd like to come along. We have innovators from around the world talking about new strategies, latest innovations, latest technologies. So please do check that out. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Sony 16K. So basically Sony are about to unveil a screen that is the size of a bus. It takes up 2 floors of this innovation center in Japan. It's 19.2 meters by 5.4 meters and is 16 times as many pixels as a 4K television. The challenge, of course, is that there's not a lot of content made for 16K, but the content that is made for it, they say, really showcases depth. So the effect is as if you're having this kind of virtual reality experience, except with a screen. So I really can't wait to see that. Feel real. I have to admit, the first time I saw this, I really thought it was a joke, but it's not. It's feel real. So basically, this is a device that attaches to any virtual reality headset to make it a multi-sensory experience. So this can convey things like temperature, wind, smell, rain, punches even, and even taste, they say, because smell and taste are so closely related, that this is the first time that we can include all 5 senses in a personal headset experience. So the only thing is that, you have to wear this kind of like full face mask. I still want to try it, so we'll see. Project Soli. So Google has been approved by the FCC to continue to develop their gesture recognition sensors called Project Soli. So it uses radar-based, high-powered sensors to recognize gestures to control gadgets instead of having to touch them. So the radar is small enough to fit into a smartwatch, and it can capture motion in 3-dimensional space using a radar beam. So potential uses are in wearables, phones, computers, and even in vehicles. AI robot. So up until this point, robots in factories have been powerful and precise, but they've also been pretty dumb. But UC Berkeley developers have created this robot arm that is affordable and able to be trained using artificial intelligence. So the idea is that by making this affordable, more people can have access to trying to experiment and trying to teach and work with these machines to hopefully eventually make them smart machines. So they're equivocating this to the Apple II, which came out in the late 70s, early 80s, which was the Apple II computer, which attracted, hobbyists and hackers, and that really helped to usher in that next technical revolution. So they're hoping that this does the same for robotics. Otherworld. This is a place that's opening under the arches in Haggerston here in London, and it is a barcade for virtual reality. So it's a place where you can go with your friends and you get an immersion room that again has multi-sensory experiences. They say that you can feel the heat of the sun and the wind through your hair as you try up to 16 games in virtual reality while enjoying a cocktail and some food with your mates. And tickets start at 15 quid. I really want to go. If anybody wants to go, let me know. Care OS. So this is a smart mirror, which have been around for a while, but this kind of takes it to the next level. So this includes AR, facial recognition, as well as voice controls, and they hope to revamp the beauty experience at homes, in hotels, in salons, and even in store. So these can offer tutorials So you can actually be looking in the mirror and the tutorial can be mapped to your face. So instead of watching a YouTube video and then looking at your mirror and trying to replicate, this actually lets you kind of do it on your face, which is quite clever. And it can also learn about your skin and your posture. It can map and chart changes and can even recommend if it thinks that you might need to go and see a doctor. T288. So this is Apple's secret code name, not so secret, but secret code name for the VR/AR glasses that they may or may not be developing. So there has been a bit of news in this area, and basically it's been confirmed that something is coming out the end of 2019 or before Q2 of 2020. I'm guessing it's going to be closer to Q2 of 2020 personally. But basically, it looks like they're going to be AR glasses that are going to act as a companion to the iPhone. So what that does, it's really smart actually, is because it can keep the glasses really slim and lightweight, and then the processor becomes your phone. So I think that's quite cool, and I'm looking forward to that. Could be quite a game changer. RSA VR. So I have to talk about this because it's a project that really is changing people's lives and making a difference. So this has been nominated for a Webby Award, which is the Oscars of the internet. It's one of 5 of the best VR 360 campaigns in the world. And basically RSA, the Road Safety Authority in Ireland, BBDO Dublin, and Ignition came together to create this 3D 360-degree virtual reality experience that puts you in the driver's seat, literally, of someone who is facing the consequences of drunk driving. So it's really moving. It's actually changed people's lives. I give this experience to people at the Insight Studio, and people come off and say, wow, I'm never gonna drink and drive again, or I can't wait, I'd really like my brother or my uncle to try this, because it really changes people's lives. So soon it will be available on the store. On YouTube you can actually see some of the 360 if you have Google Cardboard and want to give that a go. But it's also up for a People's Choice Award, and would really appreciate it if you would vote for it. Voting ends on the 18th of April, so please get in there and vote for it. There's a link, of course, in the big reveal. A lever. So this one's kind of fun. So Seymour Powell have been doing a lot of research into what the future of makeup looks like. And what they've come up with is kind of cool. So it's this thing that you hold in front of your face, and basically it blows the makeup onto your face absolutely perfectly. And the idea is that you can actually download and print 3D fabrications of the looks that you see influencers do on YouTube, or so I can, like, if I like Kylie Jenner's like latest look, she'll be able to sell it to me basically, and I'll be able to download it and then hold this thing up to my face, and it blows it on my face, and it maps to my face, so it knows where my eyebrows are, hopefully, and that kind of thing, and I'll be able to have that look. So I think definitely interested in seeing that in the future. And finally, Stratus Inspire. So this is by Ultra Haptics. Ultra Haptics use Sono technology to create haptic experiences. So basically, I have this air that creates shapes and lets me feel and touch shapes and objects and buttons and dials in midair. So I'm not actually touching anything. I don't actually have to put a wearable on. And we're going to be showcasing this at the Ignition Insight Studio. We have some great examples. There's things like you can have a movie poster with Yoda, sending out the Force, and I can actually feel it, and and that's really cool. And also ones that you can do with virtual reality, so you can feel things in VR. And also a car configurator, so you can personalize a car while you're looking at it and not actually be touching anything. It's really mind-blowing, very, very cool. I highly recommend it. So that is what I have for you this month. Thank you so much for joining me, and as always, feel free to share, like, and subscribe, and I will see you again next month. Thanks!